Good morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're watching this from. Today, I am going to review, as the title says, Wraith of God #1 from the Wraith of God Bloodhunters campaign. So to recap, this this one came out in an earlier campaign by Lopresti. Let me fix this quick. It will be potential spoilers. I didn't get in the first campaign, but I got it, like I mentioned, in the sequel campaign. The Bloodhunters is Wraith of God #2, and I also got the Garbage Man with it, so which I did an earlier review of. You can check them on my channel. And I do highly recommend reading Garbage Man before reading Wraith of God #1. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure, have already read, since they've already read this, have already read #2, so don't have to worry about spoilers too much, and will understand why I'm mentioning to read Garbage Man first. So I'll just start overall. I didn't like. I've been backing the Cyber Frog campaigns because, as I mentioned, like in those reviews, that character like appeals to me. The cybernetics, the being a frog, and being unique. I wasn't interested in Wraith of God at first because I don't care for like westerns, as it looks like, even like really say supernatural like stories. I usually prefer science fiction, like Cyberfrog, like Cyberfrog is like how it appeared from the campaigns and everything. But the reason I did decide to back this campaign is because it's getting so many good reviews. Like everyone, among like the Comics Geek creators will like praise each other's work, but they were like saying how Wraith of God was probably the best book of the year from CG, and also had great interactions with Aaron and Shelley on Twitter, and so that really influenced my decision. And I knew like Aaron wouldn't do anything too like racy. It's funny, like another one that I really wanted to back was Shane Davis's Inglorious Rex, but as I had the campaign up or his video or whatever at one point, and there was this shot of one of the female characters. There's a pretty risque pose, and my wife walked by and saw it and commented how terrible it was. So I was like, I better not get that one. So if he ever does like maybe a more PG version or something, I'd definitely be interested in that. But so I am glad that I got it though. It is a really good story. It's even better than Garbage Man. And like I mentioned in the Garbage Man review, I thought that was a better story than Cyberfrog, at least so far. Now, where Wraith of God differs from Garbage Man, like Garbage Man is a collection of several issues, and so you had the overall story, but then it was like kind of broken up into some sub stories where you had like some action scenes here and there. And Wraith of God is more, instead of being like a TV series. Oh, my comments just disappeared. Okay, there they are. Instead of being like, whereas Garbage Man feels like a miniseries, Wraith of God feels more like a movie. There are flashbacks in it, so in that sense, it kind of breaks it up somewhat, but not as much as the Garbage Man ones did. And so you see, I picked out this cover. I'm not sure which version it is. There's a A, B, C, and D. I'm pretty sure A, B, and C were created by Aaron Lopresti, and I'm pretty sure this is one of his. It looks like his artwork throughout, and it's a really great cover. Like you've got the action, and it's intriguing, especially if you like say westerns and or supernatural, paranormal, like monster type stuff. And and why, like, it actually the split shows what the story is about. There's a lot of times you'll have comic covers where it might just be, you know, like a single character, the main character, and it's totally unrelated to what's actually in the book. And I prefer getting kind of an idea of what the story is going to be on the cover. And I love Aaron's art. The coloring in this one is by Gabe El Taib, and I'm pretty sure he did the coloring. Oh no, it's not. Someone else did coloring in Garbage Man. Just looking at the cover, I could check to make sure, but just to save time. Yeah, Aaron's artwork isn't. It is really nice and detailed. It's like more realistic. You see the people. It's and characters. It's more realistic, like say like Ethan's work, though not quite as detailed, I'd say, which can be helpful, as I talked about before. You can kind of get away with some expressions when you're not as realistic that you can't get away with when you are trying to have a more realistic style. Aaron does a really good job of expressions. It's got. I showed that when I was a little. It's is kind of, you do have parts that are kind of grisly with werewolves and stuff, but nothing. I'd say this is would be. Some scenes kind of wonder might I kind of would wonder about, but I'd say it'd be a PG-13 movie. And it's most of it's pretty dark. It like takes place at nighttime, so you got the dark colors. You can really see the expressions, like the expressions on their faces, really give you an idea of what the characters are feeling inside. You see like this, like a sorrowful. And I am really bad with names. It's like I read the whole comic, and even not that recently, but I can't remember names. So even like with people I meet, or with after I get done with the movie, I'll remember what happened in it, who the characters were and what they did, how they acted, and things like that. But I won't remember their names. It's kind of the same thing with like I'm a software engineer, and I'll be able to learn how to do stuff, but I won't remember like what it's called, and so it'll take me a lot longer to remember labels of activities and items than what they actually do. I don't know if that's like a common thing or not, but so yeah, just want to try to show some pictures without kind of like giving away. There is definitely there's a faith-based element in it too, which I really appreciate. I want to find maybe I'll try to. Here's some good like just action scenes to share. I don't want to share anything like too much later in here or anything like that to give anything away. The character design, the main character design is really cool. Like with the shredded coat, looks kind of like a cape. The mask with the hat, and it's being all in black like that. I'd love to see Aaron make some action figures for his Lopresti verse to go along with the Cyberfrog figures. And so that's about all I can think of. It's definitely recommend. I'd say it's my favorite read so far of the Comic Gate books I've backed and received. So yeah, I think I'll just wrap it up there. Keep it nice and short. So yeah, great work, Aaron, and I'm really looking forward to reading the next Wraith of God 2, the Bloodhunters, and because that's nothing. Yeah, now I remember what Aaron did really well in this and in Garbage Man is there's the sense of mystery throughout. Like with both of them, like Garbage Man, he didn't remember how he became Garbage Man. With this one, the Wraith, he remembers, but it's not like shown right at the beginning, and so through flashbacks, more and more is revealed, and takes some twists. But that's what really keeps I think keeps people engaged in stories, is like when there's a sense of mystery, when then you can you're trying to figure things out, versus when you're just sitting back and watching events happen. Think of like my wife and I, we like to watch a lot of the, say, cop shows. Right now we're watching Bones from back in the day, and so in each episode's mystery, you get more wrapped up in the story when you're trying to figure out what's going on, and that's something Aaron has done really well in both of these books that I've got. So yeah. So thanks for watching. I highly recommend you. I don't know if Aaron has a campaign going on now. I think he's got the Kit Carter one going, which, yeah, I would like to start backing some more, but just with time and budget, I still have to be kind of selective. So so I might look into later. But I'm actually thinking of, once I get done with Bloodhunter, then I'll be all caught up. I might see if there's something I can just order. Right? I'm actually thinking of getting ISOM just to see what all the fuss is about there. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe, share, and please leave any thoughts you have about Wraith of God or any other comic stuff in the comments below. And thank you, and have a good one.